I didn't know the three teams that voted against it. The Vikings, Dolphins, and Bengals voted against it. Now, the Vikings, confusing because they were the team that first got burned in a playoff game by the old overtime rule that was only partially fixed, the 2009 NFC Championship, where the Saints win the toss of overtime. They had a decent return. They get a couple of first downs. There's a couple of questionable illegal contact fouls that kept the drive alive. Garrett Hartley kicks the field goal, and the Saints walk off as the NFC champions. I'm surprised the Vikings would be against this, and they haven't been burned or helped by they did get helped by, maybe that's why they didn't want to change it. They got helped by the playoff overtime rules. They had a first-time touchdown against the Vikings. Here, according to The Athletic, the Vikings don't like the fact that the team getting the ball second in overtime will get unlimited time to score a touchdown. I don't know that that's the way to put it. I think it's not unlimited time to score a touchdown. It is that you get You know it's fourth down every time you get. You need to go for it every time you hit a fourth down.
Yeah, right. You got that.
You have four down territory the whole field.
Right.
So that makes it in theory a little bit easier because you know what you have to do. You know you have to get down and score. I don't really understand the idea of unlimited time. With the Bengals, I know why the Bengals didn't vote for it. Mike Brown never votes for anything. He's against
doesn't
everything.
Seem like it.
He never votes for anything. The argument would be, well, they managed to beat the Chiefs under the current rules. Well, right, but overcoming an unfair rule doesn't make the rule any less unfair. Mike Brown votes against everything. Everything. It's amazing. Anytime, now sometimes, obviously if it's unanimous, he did, but anytime it's 31-1 or 30-2 or something like that, you can count on the Bengals being one.
Why do you think he's like that? Just traditional? Just doesn't want things to change, or he just says no to all this nonsense? He
votes against everything, even the things that you would look at and say there's no reason to be against this.
Right.
He will vote against it.
Damn, disappointed in your Vikings. I mean, just a disappointing vote by them. Gosh, how can you vote? How can you root for them anymore?
Trust me. Listen. I don't know why you won't believe me when I say I've become ambivalent. They've beaten me down. Congratulations, Vikings. You have managed to suck the passion out of me. But again, when you know it's going this way, sometimes it makes sense, and they'll do this. They'll do this from time to time. I guess they didn't care about this one, but a lot of times in the room, in a setting like this, they'll inform the participants the vote was 29-3. Should we revote? And sometimes the three who were against, for the good of the idea that we're all moving forward together, it'll be 32-0 after that on the second vote.
Right.
Sometimes they'll do that, but obviously either they didn't do it for this or they did, and the team still voted against it. So I think it's the right thing to do, and I'm glad that most of the teams set aside their own preferences. My big concern, as you know, Chris, was that there were going to be teams thinking, the rule's unfair, but there's a benefit if you win the toss.
Yeah.
You get a chance to win the game with a touchdown, and it's 50-50, and we kind of like that. Especially I thought the Packers would be against it just because they've been burned by it twice, so now they're due.
Yeah, I hear you. Like we talked about, the football gods, the karma of the game, whatever. Yeah, teams do look at it that way, yes. But I think ultimately most coaches don't want to go down with, we deserved one more crack. We deserved one more swing. And especially in a league where we've made it so much about the quarterback, and the rules are favored to, help the offense and the passing game and the receivers and the quarterback. That's where I just feel like most head coaches, they realize that a lot of these teams got these special type of quarterbacks, and they know how moving the ball at certain times of the game, especially late in the game, can be quite easy a lot of the times during the year, with defense being tired and getting worn down as the game goes on. So I think a lot of head coaches look at this and go, no, this is the right thing to do for sure.
I could also see some coaches basically, and it's how you're wired, but if you reside at all within your fears, there's an argument to be made, hey, we flipped the coin, they won the toss, they drove down the field, the rules favor the offense, they got a great quarterback, we've been playing all game, what are we supposed to do?
Yeah.
Whereas if they score and then you get the ball and you're expected to match it and you make a bad decision or they stop you or whatever, it's just more stuff you can be criticized about if you have that opportunity and it fails. Like under the old rule, what are we supposed to do? We lost the coin toss. Not my fault. I mean, you can't tell me, well, you should have called tails. Tails never fails. I mean, it's so – and again, I don't know how many coaches are wired that way, but that would be a reason to be against it. It's one less thing to worry about from the standpoint of all the stuff that I can be criticized for because I wasn't put on the spot with a second possession in overtime, a first chance for my team, knowing I needed a touchdown, having to crack the code on their defense when my guys are tired. There's a point where you just say, enough, let's move on, and I don't have to worry about saying, well, what'd you do? Why'd you call that play on 3rd and 7? So anyway, what is the gambler's fallacy? Pete pasted in the gambler's fallacy, also known as the Monte Carlo fallacy, occurs when an individual erroneously believes that a certain random event is less likely or more likely to happen based on the outcome of a previous event or series of events. This line of thinking is incorrect since past events do not change the probability that certain events will occur. So the Packers, it would be the gambler's fallacy for them to think that they're due to win again.
Right.
But I don't care because people think that way.
Yeah.
I know it's a fallacy, but people think that way. You're right. You flip a coin twice and it comes up heads. It doesn't make it less likely to come up heads the third time. It's still 50-50. But there's a human element that says, I'm due.
Yeah.
I'm due.
Yeah.
Regardless of the fact that the odds don't change. And that human element of I'm due could have caused a team like the Packers to say, we're due, let's keep the rule.
Yeah, I hear you there. I do hear you. But yeah, again, I understand it what you're saying with the Packers too, but gosh, if you're Matt LaFleur, you're going, well, we need one more shot with Aaron Rodgers for sure. But your points are real. It does put more pressure on you and how you handle certain situations, and it's going to make it better that way. But the coaches, I think, to your point too, are wired to wait. Let's keep this fight going. We don't want to go down with getting our chance. Most of them are wired that way.
Not Mike Tomlin.
Well,
I don't fear sudden death.
Well, that's because it's not necessarily that he looks at it going, put my defense on the field. Like, that's what he looks at it. He's got a different attitude. He's a defensive guy. So he's going, my defense can make the stop. Screw your, the other team needs it. Right.
Has he ever chosen to kick to start overtime?
I don't think
No.
he has. No, that's
he still
stupid.
takes the ball.
That's stupid. Yes, he didn't. I just said he's not afraid. I didn't say he was stupid. He's not going to do that.
Hi, I'm Mike Tirico, and thanks for watching. Make sure to hit subscribe for the latest news and highlights from NBC Sports.